Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I got something new in. It is the Seed Freedom movie Black Knight Squad Shiva, however you say it. It is pretty neat. It has a gold frame in it like the Strike Freedom. So kind of looking forward to building this one. It looked really neat. I've seen a few of the other people's builds and things like that. So we're going to do just a little bit different though. I'm going to paint the gold. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that in this video also. Anyways, let's get into unboxing it. And we'll see how many runners and everything that we have. And we'll go from there. Alright, so let's see what we have in this box. We'll set the lid over. And we'll set the lid underneath it here, just like that. And we have one bag, two bags, and it looks like 3 bags of runners and a beam cape. Let's see, let me get this instruction manual out and I'm going to move the box over out of the way. Alright, so here is the manual. Black Knight Squad Shiva has some information there. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can pause it and read it if you want. It tells you all about the pilot and the mobile suit. And we open it up and let's see, we get into all the runners. Looks like they're all new runners. They should be. And we get into construction. And that looks like all we're gonna get. And we get this beautiful back page with it all built up and painted from Bandai. Here is the paint codes. If somebody wants those, you can translate them. Mr. Hobby Colors are Mr. Color, which is Mr. Hobby Paint, are what will correspond with these colors. Alright, so let's get into this. Okay, so we have the beam cape. We'll just set that off to the side. Don't really need to take it out. Like there are 3 runners in this pack, so let's see here. Doing this backwards. It's a new angle. I got a new mount for my camera, so hopefully you guys can see a little better what I'm doing. We have 1. Ooh, look at all the gold frame pieces. This runner we are going to paint everything on. I'll set that aside. 2, 3 has the chest and the legs. Looks like some feet parts, and I don't know if these are shoulder or feet parts. Oh, look, we get a wire too in here. Set that off to the side with the cape. I did not notice that till just now. So, looks like we have effect parts, so that's 4, 5, and 6. These are the same runner. Alright, 7 and runner 8. So, got more leg parts. Looks like the back skirt. Looks like leg parts and shoulder parts, and I don't know, all sorts of parts on these. And of course, we have 2 more Beam Saber effect parts. These are SB13. So, I think those are pretty standard. And this looks like a sticker sheet. And there's the sticker sheet. We probably will only use a couple of these. So, looks kind of like a big sheet. This here, it looks like there's, I don't know if you can see, there's a little red eye. and another. It's weird, it kind of shoots off to the side. Turn this light back on. It was glaring off the box. So anyway, so there's the gold runner. Have the two of these here that have leg parts on them. That's half of the same runner. It has the chest on that one. Seems to be the 3 black runners. Have these 2 gray runners. They're the same. Set those off to the side. And this is the A runner, which is all multicolored. So there we can see them a little better. And then of course more beam effects. These are SB-9, whatever that means. Alright, well, give me a few minutes. I want to get my paint booth set up. We're going to spray. I'm going to do something that I usually don't do, but because this is inside frame parts and we're not really going to see nubs or anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and spray this whole runner. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it. It's just going to enhance the gold. That's it. Alright, give me a few minutes and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, we're back and I have my paint booth all set up and ready. I am going to spray this over top of the gold. It is called Pearl Gold. It is a metallic pearl, which is technically a clear with a pearlescent, kind of see the pearlescent particles inside of it. I hope you can hear over my over the spray booth, and shouldn't be able to not hear me, but I'll speak a little louder just in case. This is the airbrush that I use. It is a Mr. Hobby or Mr. Airbrush. It's a GSI Krios PS289 Pro Convoy. It does have a MAC valve to adjust on it, and for the amount of money these cost, it's probably one of the absolute best airbrushes I can recommend to anybody. Anyways, I think you can get these for a little under $100, and pretty much 99% of my friends that are in Japan that build Gunpla and do modeling, they use this same exact airbrush. This side over here, so we get a little more light. We move the light a little bit. I think we can probably see a little better. Here's that paint we're going to use, and I'm just going to go ahead and load it straight into my airbrush. Now I'm using a what do they call? I think it's No Name. It's a No Name compressor is what I'm using from Spray Gunner. It does have the tank. I got a really good deal on it around Veterans Day because I'm a veteran. I got a Veterans Day discount. I just spray a little bit of my premix in here. I already did shake it up. Let's see here. Just my MAC valve down a little bit. Alright, so here's that runner, and you really shouldn't paint on the runner, but because we're basically just highlighting here. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. This is just gonna put this gold pearl over top of this gold, and since it's a clear, once it dries, it'll be just fine. It's just easier for me to spray all these parts on the runner since it is a high grade and we're not really going to see anything. And this is just basically little itty bitty bits of frame that are going to be sticking out anyways. Now, I don't know if you can see the difference. There is a difference. This is just making it look more like gold instead of plastic. For instance, I'll spray these knee parts. I rarely spray anything on a runner, but if it's something like this, it doesn't really bug me to do it, because like I said, you're not going to see most of these parts anyways. You're just going to see little bits and pieces sticking out. And if all we're doing is seeing little bits and pieces sticking out, then it's not really a big deal. Always wear rubber gloves when you're painting with lacquer paint so you don't get it on yourself. And that's as loud as my compressor is running. It is right next to my booth, so I hope that you can hear me okay. If not, I'll just add some music in here or something, and yeah. Now, I use predominantly Gaia paint. I do use Mr. Color or Mr. Hobby lacquers. I'm going to be doing, I just got my paints in, and I could not get the thinner for the aqueous line. For some reason, the thinner is the hardest part to find. Talk again here when my compressor stops. All right. So, anyways, like I was saying, I did pick up a few of the seed paints from the aqueous line of Mr. Color, and I'm going to show you guys how to mix them. They're a hybrid paint. They're not a full acrylic, so you can use the Mr. Color Mr. Color leveling thinner with them also. That's what they say. So we're going to try that out. I think I got 3 of them in. And I just picked random colors because, you know, we're almost there. Let's set this down for a minute. Check my paint. And I still have plenty in there. Now you should always paint or always airbrush between 18 and 20 psi. And I'm a big advocate of telling people never paint anything on the runner, but I know I'm doing a no-no here. But more than anything, I just wanted to get some good highlights on these gold parts and make them look a little less like plastic and a little more like metal. And since I really don't care about cutting the parts off of the runner, and there being maybe a spot that'll be a little different shade of gold on it, on this, I'm not going to worry too much about it. This just gives me an easy way to paint these for you guys and to show you how I do my painting and airbrushing. Usually everything would be separate and on its own little stick with a clip and all that. Like I said, this is just what it is. And if I have to go back and go over these parts again, I can. It's not a big deal. But, I'm just building these Seed kits because Seed is my absolute favorite Gundam series of all time, next to 0083, Stardust Memory. And I figured I'd do a Seed series with the new movie out and be getting these new kits. So this is somebody that I've never even heard of. So somebody from the movie. I have a feeling this is probably not their final mobile suit anyways. But let's see how good we can make this look just with this a little bit of added effort here. That's it. When I'm done spraying this, I will take it over to the other bench under the better light, and you'll be able to see the difference. Oops. Hope you're able to see this. This is the first time I've ever used this tripod for my camera and this setup here. Since I want to be doing more painting videos in the near future, I never had it to try it. I'm slowly getting all my setup together and figuring YouTube out. It's been kind of a struggle around life. Been having some issues, some family problems. My mom fell. She's almost 80 years old, 79 years old, and she fell. She got hurt, and I've been taking care of her every day on top of everything else. So I'm sorry my videos haven't been coming out quite like I'd like them to, and as fast, but I'm working on them. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for that. So, and that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to stick it over here to dry for right now, and we'll see how it looks in a bit. And let me clean my airbrush and all that, and get all that cleaned up, and we'll go through that. What I usually do, I'll give you a kind of a heads up. When I always use my caps, or my cap for my airbrush. Some people don't, but I don't. I have a tendency to shake my hands a bit, and when that happens, I spill paint. So I use a syringe. I put some leveling thinner in it, and I just put a few drops in here. The syringe is getting old, so, and then you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see that good or not, but it almost looks like, I guess you're not really going to be able to see it in this lighting. Maybe over here. But anyways, I can show you here. I put a little bit of thinner in, and then I just kind of rinse that back into my paint. And then I take a Q-tip and I just clean my airbrush like this, the cup out, good, like this, give it another little squirt, cap my paint off so I don't knock it over and spill it, because Gaia is hard to get, except for like 2 times a year, everybody gets it in. Then I twist this cap here, and what that does is it'll do a backsplash for you. It'll push the air back up into the cup. Then I take a rag and I dump that out. Squirt a little bit more thinner in there, and I put a little thinner on my rag, and I swish it around. I stick my rag down in there, and I just clean it like that. And then what I'll do is I will shoot thinner through it until it's clear. This shouldn't take much to clean up because it's technically a clear to begin with. You'll start to see it getting clear real fast. You can actually see on my glove there, it's shiny. So it's actually clean for the most part. I leave a little bit in that cup, and then I pull my needle so I can clean it. And then what I do is take a Q-tip that's pointy like this, and I go right down in there in the bottom of the cup, and I make sure I get that cleaned out like so. I use the other end of my Q-tip around in there like that. I'll give it a wipe with the clean part of the rag again. twist this shut, and then I spray air through it here, a little bit more thinner. A few drops thinner on the cup, and then well, I'm out of thinner. Give me a second here. Alright, so then I set this down to the side. I put some thinner, I poured some thinner on this rag, and I wipe my needle clean. Nice and clean. Now, this doesn't take this long. It's only taking longer because I'm doing it and explaining it on camera. Just wipe the cup, wipe everything down with the rag you put the thinner on. See, that's clean. Pretty much clean. There we go. And I give the cup one more good wipe. Wipe off all the excess around it if you got any paint on it anywhere. Carefully reinsert the needle because you don't want to bend it. You don't have to use much force, and then tighten this down. You see all that just came out? A little more, some more thinner here. I know I just put a lot in there. I didn't mean to, but and we're gonna spray, and I'm gonna spray again. And I'm going to spray again. I'm going to turn the rag over and spray again. I'm going to pick a corner. Now you can use hardware store lacquer thinner for cleaning your airbrush out, but not for mixing the paint. Let's see here. Still got a little bit in there. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take and I'll just clean the cap out too, like this, with the needle in there, because sometimes that's the issue. So let's see here. Yep. Now we're spraying clear. So our airbrush is now clean. Let's put this part back on. Maybe. It's only not working because I'm on camera doing it. There we go. Like that. Cap it off. And that's it. Alright. This is dry already. And I don't know if you can see here or not. It's hard to see inside here. But I will definitely show you. This is absolutely clear, dry, 100%. Here's that runner. It just added a pearl gold over top of the gold that was already there, and you can see the difference in it already. I mean, it's not such a yellow gold anymore. Here's the back, and I'll show you again over it on the other bench here in a minute when I get over there. Give me a second. Alright, here we are. You can see it better here. You can see that the gold color has changed. If you look at the parts of the runner here on the back side, you can kind of see the difference in some of it, especially here, right here. See there. See the difference. So, all right. Well, this here, since it's a pearl and it's basically a clear coat, so there is no reason that I really need to clear coat it again. But you can, and it'll look the exact same as it already does. This is number 132, Pearl Gold by Gaia Color, and it's a nice paint. But when it separates, you'll see all the gold will be down here in the bottom, and the rest of this liquid will just look like thinner. It'll just be clear. Anyways, all right, give me a few minutes. Let me get this built up, and then we'll do a little review on it. All right, and here we are. I have this kit all built up, and I have it up on a stand posed going around so you guys can see it. And I gotta say, it was a fun little build. I think that there's less to this kit than the Rising Freedom and the Immortal Justice in parts wise, but you get this really cool little beam cloak thing and this wire that comes off of the shield and shoots the top of the shield out. There's a lot of beam sabers effect parts. You get 4 of these normal ones here, and they're in this really cool clear red. And you can see you get 2 of these long beams that go in the toes, and 2 of these short beams here that go in the toes. And that's pretty much it for the accessories. It's neat how the chest opens. Reminds me of Heavy Arms. Kind of neat. I wasn't really a big fan of this kit when I first saw it announced. And I kind of thought they were kind of dorky-ish, but being like some night theme. But this one here with the gold frame and the head and everything really grew on me. I like those wings on the head. It's really cool. You saw I just showed you that I painted that pearl gold over top of the gold plastic. It brought out the color of the gold a little better, and the panel lighting worked too. Now I didn't use all the stickers. There's supposed to be these black stickers here are for the back of the feet on top, and I just don't want to put those on there. And there's all these little gray ones that go down the legs, and just don't think that they're needed. I'm talking about these ones here. These here are for the backpack, and really worried about that. And there's these 2 little itty bitty ones you're supposed to put on the side of the face, but I don't think that it really needed any of those. Did use these here on the knees, and these here go on the side of the legs. You can, as you see it come around, they go right here, and they give that gray line around there. I used those, and those weren't too bad. And I used that. I used this other eye, the one that has the little thing that goes across the line. Looks like it's scanning. I thought that was pretty cool. And I guess this one here goes on the shield, but I don't think it's really needed. I don't think any of these stickers here are actually needed. It poses really well. Things don't fall apart on it. It has all the basic movements of all the other kits that are in this line. Everything moves just the same. You know, the arms bend and twist at the same, and the head moves, and you actually can see it if you look close enough. You'll see that the torso has a real nice side to side in it. Also has that front crunch you can get. All in all, it was a pretty fun little build. I guess this design grew on me because I really wasn't a fan. I think it's really neat though in the long run. You know, this wire is pretty strong. It holds that up really well. So, I have the Destroy Gundam coming next week. I have these aqueous seed colors that I wanted to do a mixing video on, pre-mix video on, show you guys how to do that. Might do that next, not sure. And hold on one second and let me show you the other thing that I have that came along with this kit here. All right, so here we go. I got the RG Force Impulse Gundam Spec 2, and we're gonna go ahead, and I think this might be the next build. So this here is going to be the next build, I think, unless I decide to go ahead and do the Destroy Gundam before this one here. Just trying to do all the Seed Freedom kits and all the Seed kits that I have. We'll eventually move into the Master Grades that I have. I have a few of those that that are unbuilt yet. But all in all, the Black Knight Squad Shiva, I think it's called, yeah, is how you say that, I believe. Shiva, I don't know. Anyways, but it was a really fun kit. It really was a fun kit. And for what it is, it's a neat kit. It does come with a lot of beam effect parts. And the sword is really cool, so I recommend this one. Just like the other two that we just did, the Rising Freedom and the Immortal Justice. Only difference between this kit and the Rising Freedom and the Immortal Justice are in the hips. The Immortal Justice and the Rising Freedom both had a drop-down mechanism on the hips. This one doesn't. Other than that, all the articulation is exactly the same. So there's really no difference. It's a neat kit. Pick it up if you like it. The design is either hit or miss, I guess. I'm not a big fan of the other Black Knight Squad kits. I don't think they look as nice as this one does. This one here definitely does, and it has some potential for customization too, I think. So, anyways, also, if you see in the background here, I'll move this out of the way. I've been working on a new logo for the channel. Tell me what you think of it. Leave it down in the comments below. I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for watching my videos. I really appreciate each one of my subscribers. Please don't forget to hit the like button down below and make sure that you're subscribed, and pass my channel information on to any other builders that you know, if they like to watch videos like this. And thank you very much for being a subscriber. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Thank you for being a Gundam builder just like me. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.